Fill that sucker up.
In European villages, everybody did music to some extent. You know, at least everybody sang. You know, if you were old enough to have gotten married, you sang because, you know, that was how you found a partner. In the West, and what I was used to growing up with, you know, you've got performers and you've got audience, and there's not a lot in between. You know, I mean, there's some avant-garde artists who mix it up a little bit, but, you know, most Western art music, including jazz for that matter, is not really highly participatory.
The first thing that you're going to do as a musician on stage is you're going to see how you can establish that connection between the dancers on the floor and you on the stage. And vice versa. They're looking at you. And there's a dialogue going on. One little gesture, that means, you know, pick it up. Let's go a little faster. You see the motions, the dancer going whatever. Is he or she getting into this? Or is she not? The moment you see somebody doing that, you know, tapping their foot or whatever, you know, getting into it, closing their eyes and doing this, you're playing your best for that person. You've established that connection.
Radical thing to do in 1977 when this camp started was to bring the East and West Coast musicians together. But to me, this is only a very small part of the larger vision, to bring people from the Balkans here. In addition to playing and singing the music incredibly well, they also convey so much about the context of the music and the place of the music, the economic context, the political context, the historical context, and to me, that's really important.
It often takes a while for the people from overseas to figure out what's going on here. They don't know necessarily what to make of this, and they also don't know how serious people are. They tend to hang out with each other or with people who speak their language, which makes sense. But there's also, as the week goes on, you'll notice that they dance more with people, they socialize more, the reserve breaks down. You have Serbs playing with Croatians and Bulgarians, you know, playing with Macedonians and Rome folks playing with Macedonia. I mean, it's really quite a mix, and the attitude is very accepting. It's a reaffirming time to be playing the music and watching people play together that, if you read in the papers, they would be at each other's throats.
The war really disrupted their patterns of culture. Between Serbian and Croatian music, there's a lot in common. You know, there are cultural differences, but there's a lot in common in the music. One of the things that's starting to settle out afterwards is they're looking for things that help give them a sense of who they are, and I think one way that you can do that is by going back to these songs that everybody knows, some of which are hundreds of years old.
The thing that I try to convey in my classes when I talk about music over there is that music is part of life. It's not a separate thing. It's like if you're singing with somebody, she's probably your neighbor or your aunt or your sister, and you're relating to her not just about the song, but through all the years you've known her.
ecstatic is the word that comes to mind. And everybody around you is in the same state.
The origin is Keyfi. K-E-Y-F. Keyfi. Keyfin.
It means joy, it means spontaneity, it means stepping out of the normal way of sort of being in this life.
I have this fullness inside of me, and I have so much that I have more than enough for myself, and I have enough left over to give, and I want to give that.
In olden time, they would even ask in Turkish, how is your cake? So it expresses that state of mind.